Well, not a lot going on today, really. I don't know. Let's fix the camera here. So, my back is still hurting pretty bad from, you know, I lifted up a lawnmower the other day, and I told you about this yesterday in this video. Lifted up that lawnmower, and I felt it pop a little bit, and yeah, I strained it or tweaked it or whatever the case is, but I noticed the more I am active, the better it feels. I've been taking Tylenol, some Aleve, you know, trying to reduce the inflammation, which I don't think there's a lot of inflammation as it is, but that's beside the point. And that's helping. And then anytime I can take a break, I lay down and put some ice on it, and it's tolerable. I mean, no, it's not tolerable. It's very painful, but I can work through it. So I have noticed though that when I woke up this morning, oh, it was incredible. I didn't even know how I was going to get out of bed. It hurt, but the more I moved around, you know, I get up and then I sit for about 2 hours editing videos. So I would get up, you know, get the coffee, and it would hurt. Get up and, you know, go to the restroom or whatever. And the more I got up, the better I felt. But it occurred to me that the more you lay around, the worse it is. So try to stay active without straining it too much. I'm being very slow and meticulous on everything. So walking around like an old man today. When the customers come, I do ask them if they can help me lift up the mowers into the truck, just so I don't have to do it. Usually I try to do it for them, but not like this. And if they don't want to help, then I'll just get the ramps and we can push them up. So worked on the John Deere zero turn, got it serviced and finished up. Wait for him to come pick it up. I mean, that's what's always so funny about folks, is they're always in a hurry. I mean, an absolute hurry. Oh, I can't wait 10 days, you know, because that's what I say. Yeah, I try to get it done before 10 days. Can't wait 10 days. Grass is growing. Need it now. You know, well, you just dropped it off at 5 o'clock at night. Well, I'm not working through the night. So he drops it off Thursday. This is Tuesday. So, and I know they expect me to work through weekends. I don't understand that, but that's what they expect. So I try not to do too much on the weekends unless it's an absolute emergency. Or, you know, weekends is what I said. So here it is Tuesday. Finally got the air filter. And that's the thing, is you got to get the air filter. So if you really think about it, it's been 4 days. Well, 3 days. Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Monday, on Tuesday, if you want to count Tuesday. He brings it over Thursday night, so you can't really do much Thursday night. Anyway, so tell him, I call him up as soon as it's finished. It's probably 10 o'clock in the morning this morning when I called him and said, yeah, your mower's ready. Oh, that's great. Can you wait until Thursday to pick it up? I'm not going to be around. We're going out. Well, I thought you were in a big old hurry. So I got it done in a big old hurry, and you didn't need it. So I don't know if they're just trying to get you to move faster. I don't know what it is. But anyway, it's done. Got a $30 tip today. That was pretty cool. He had 4 pieces of equipment, 3 push mowers and a leaf blower. Got them all finished. Again, it didn't take too terribly long. Not even a week, I don't think. So I got them all done, and I told him the price, and he gave me an extra $30. I said, you want some change? He said, no, this is fine. So, okay. And then I went and rest. Put some ice on the back. And that really loosens things up. I can't stand up straight is the problem. I can do pretty much anything else. Oh, and I can't bend over to... Well, that was really bad this morning. It's just putting my hands out in front of me when I'm sitting. So anyway, I rested. Carolyn was doing laundry, so I had to fill the water. You know, every time the tub on the laundry or washing machine fills up, I fill the tank up so we don't get too far behind. I got to change the filters, the house filters. They're getting clogged up, but I don't want to do it right now. I just don't feel like it. I'll wait until I'm feeling a little better. And then, there's, like I said, I'm only going to do what I absolutely have to do. That way I don't strain myself. And then, went down there to shelf the inverter after we got all the water filled up. And I noticed that, as you know, I have 2 sets of panels. So I have 2 inverters is what I have, or 2 charge controllers. And I noticed one of the charge controllers wasn't charged, you know, it was probably about half. No, maybe not. Well, I don't know. It was less. It was producing less amps than the other side. So I went out there and investigated, and there was one. After a rain is when I'm noticing that there's a problem with the solar panels. Every time it rains, there's a problem. So, and this has been going on for like a year. When it's a big rain, or well, even a rain, there's a problem with solar panels. So I got to looking the time before last, not this time, but the last time. I think what's happening is a rat, or maybe a rabbit is probably a better solution, is getting up in there and getting underneath solar panels to stay dry, and is either nibbling on them or pulling them apart, or I don't know, but the wires are just pulled apart. So I like them on the ground. I know there's a ton of people that think that I should have them up off the ground. I've had even good people that have been with me for a very long time send me videos suggesting I need to get them off the ground. I did my own studies. I really don't care what other YouTubers are saying. I did my own analysis, and I get better charging on the ground. So when they're on an angle on the ground. The other thing I like about it is when it hails, I don't have to worry about the solar panels. I can turn them all over, put a piece of metal over them, and the hail won't damage them. If I got them up off the ground on those racks, every time it would hail, I just have to worry about breaking them. So, I mean, I understand people trust some YouTubers more than me. I don't know why they think they're smarter than me, but I've done the work. I've seen it. It does better on the ground. It's cooler down there. I mean, I've taken the measurements out there with the thermometer. It's cooler on the ground. When I lift those solar panels up, they get about 20 degrees hotter. As soon as I set them back on the ground on that angle, they cool right back down. So, I mean, you can send me all the videos you want. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm pretty satisfied with what I got. And the thing is the YouTuber was setting them flat on the ground. And I don't set mine flat on the ground, but he even said that, and I didn't understand why I was getting this video, but he even said there's not that much loss laying them on the ground. So I'm happy with the way they are. But the rabbit, I got to figure out what to do about the rabbit. I'm sure, you know, I'm going to get a bunch of comments. No, you need to get them off the ground, not rabbit it. Well, I'd rather go down and fix them after every rain than have to buy new solar panels after every hailstorm. They're just too expensive. I got one down there that's already broke, and that was just from a gust of wind. So, no, I'm pretty satisfied. But anyway, my point to this is I'm feeling good enough that I was able to go down there, crawl around, figure it out. And then the thing is once you get one of them tested, then you put what I do is I take a metal sheet and I lay it over the solar panel. And I go in and read the charge controller. So read the charge controller. Let's say it says 15 amps. And then you go out, you put a sheet over the solar panel, and you come back in and it says 15 amps. Well, you know that one is bad because nothing changed when you put the metal sheet over it. If it would have dropped, let's say it was 15 amps and you put a metal sheet over it and it went down to 10 amps, then you know that one was good because you just reduced the amperage on it. So that's how I do it. The other way you can do it is just flip them all over, all 6 of them, and pick them up one at a time. And that works pretty good, especially on cloudy days like this. If I'd have felt better, that's what I would have done. I'd just turn them all upside down, flip them up one at a time. But that's a lot of running back and forth, and I just didn't feel like so. But I got it better. There might be one more solar panel that I'm having problems with. And the other thing is I have 2 charge controllers. They're identical. They're the same brand name. One is older than the other. The newer one, once it gets up to a certain temperature, a fan kicks on to cool it down. The old one doesn't have a fan. They were the same price. I mean, so they just added a fan. So anyway, I'm also wondering sometimes when it's really hot down there like that, if that one charge controller just isn't registering as well. And I don't know. But what I can do, and this has worked several times, is I unplug the solar panels from the charge controller. Just unscrew it, pull the whole wire out, let it reset, and then put it back in, and that kind of resets the charge controller. So that helps too. But I like to see both charge controllers with equal amount of amperage. And when I don't get that, then I know there's a problem. And that's why, one of the reasons why I separated 6 panels on one, 6 panels on the other. That way, if I see a problem with one of the sets, this one's at 20 amps and this one's at 15 amps, I know there's a problem with this one. So I can go out and start investigating. But like I said, I didn't want to do a lot of work today. As long as the battery's charged. I mean, it's partly cloudy, so they may not charge. I may have to run the generator anyways. We did a lot. I had to use electric a lot today. A lot. Carolyn did laundry, which means I had to fill the water several times. I had to wash a lawnmower, which used the pressure washer. I had to sharpen blades, which used the grinder. So there was just a lot to do. So with me not seeing the problem with the solar panels fast enough, and it's partly cloudy, and we were using all the electric, I might just have to go ahead and run that generator, which is a little frustrating, but what are you gonna do? So the only concern is I gotta pour gas into the generator, and I'm not looking forward to that. So I'll have to figure out how to pour gas without hurting myself. I might just have to get on my knees and pour it. I don't even have an empty, halfway empty gas can. The only one I got is full right now. So what are you gonna do? So I guess I'll jump off of here. It's a little bit early, but that's okay. Not much going on today. So if you'll click this up next box and take the video over to my other channel, I really appreciate you checking it out. So I hope I can inspire you to work through the pain, so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.